first seen that shit, I was just like, you know what?
It goes great. It goes great together.
No, for sure. Do you ever find like it's hard, like both of y'all being famous?
Yeah.
Like it seems like y'all got over whatever, you know. At the beginning, it was a lot of drama, but now you guys are just really
flourishing
on that piece.
The thing is this, right? Nobody's in our relationship but just us, but for some reason they feel like they're a part of it,
right?
And that they know things that they don't know. They feel like they know him better than I know him. People feel like they know me better than I know me,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to say, oh, why you with him, or why is he with you? And it was like, y'all not in our relationship.
We understand how he prefers his eggs and that you cooked him oxtail.
Hey, scramble hard. I know how he like it. I asked him nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind too. You know how much I cook for this man? At his house, my house, I made him my special oxtails. You know I'll make you oxtails unless I love you for real, for real. I don't think you ever make me oxtails. You never asked.
Unfortunately for you, it's also clear that you don't actually know how to cook. You're really out here scrambling eggs in a non-stick pan with a metal spoon, and that alone just doesn't add up. And I'm gonna be honest, if someone was watching me cook for my man and then turned around and asked him how he likes his eggs, she might have gotten exactly what Claressa gave, if not worse. But because you lack self-awareness and basic social cues, it's obvious you're deeply insecure and clearly intimidated by that woman. And based on what Remy has said about him and other women, you should really hope he isn't hiding anything, because why else would she feel that comfortable saying what she said? So yes, sis is definitely feeding us everything in the group chat. And now, all of a sudden, the storyline is shifted to her being bullied, to colorism, to accusations of anti-blackness. So yes, we're going to talk about all of that, because what's really happening here has nothing to do with accountability. This is an attempt to repackage black love into something fake, corny, and completely unrecognizable, all to excuse behavior that simply does not deserve defending. Let's be clear. Colorism is real, but it does not erase receipts. When every single conflict you have involves another black woman, every person you poverty shame is a black woman, every legacy you try to tear down belongs to a black woman, and every man you cheat with or take happens to be married to or involved with a black woman, you don't get to turn around and claim that anyone calling you out is being anti-black. Because, baby, this is not an anti-blackness issue. This is a behavior issue, sweetheart. Claressa Shields has effectively canceled black love. And let's not ignore the fact that she's dating the married man who helped turn black love into a brand in the first place.
Felt about me, I thought my felt about him, and we just kind of went from there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I love that, man. I think we need more people that celebrate black love.
I call it
like
gold
this.
love now.
What's it called?
Gold love.
Okay.
Yeah, gold. Because gold never fades.
One thing I've said repeatedly about her is that she very clearly needs a solid PR team. It's obvious there's no one in her circle who's willing to be real with her, stand 10 toes down, and tell her the truth. Sometimes the advice really needs to be, sis, you need to fall back and stay quiet. Because every time we bring up the fact that she's involved with a married man, people flood the comments, angry, irritated, calling me obsessed simply for stating that she's dating a married man. And here's the thing. When you've been on this earth for over half a century like I have, you already know that women dating married men is not new. It's been happening for centuries. What makes this situation especially strange is that she has turned it into her entire personality. Every rant, every post, every moment online somehow circles back to her married boyfriend or his wife. So someone please explain to me how pointing out something that's plainly visible suddenly becomes hate. Why is stating facts treated like an attack? But maybe her willingness to completely dissolve her identity into a married man gives some of y'all hope, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around how that behavior is being defended. Just know I see y'all too, the same way we all see her very unblended leave out. Now let's circle back to this whole idea of canceling black love. Papoose was married to Remy Ma for 17 years. That's 17 years of a blended family, shared businesses, shared music, real love, and partnership. Together, they didn't just talk about black love, they built a brand around it. Not as a catchy phrase, but as something lived and shown publicly, something meant to uplift and inspire the culture. And even if their chapter has come to an end, that does not erase what they contributed. It does not wipe away the cultural impact, the example they set, or the history that helped shape how Papoose was viewed by the public. There seems to be this expectation that when it comes to Claressa, we're supposed to look at Papoose and pretend Remy Ma never existed, as if we're meant to forget everything he represented and the brand he built alongside her. Baby, that's not how legacy works.
We just locked in after that, honestly.
Yeah.
And he told me how he felt about me. I told him how I felt about him. And we just kind of went from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I love that, man. I think we need more people that celebrate black love.
I call it
like
gold
this.
love now.
What's it called?
Gold love.
Okay.
Yeah, gold. Because gold never fades, do it?
Well, let's really unpack this for a moment, because context is important here. Claressa is connected to a man who very publicly marketed himself, his marriage, and his family as an example of black love. That wasn't accidental or low-key in any way. It was done with clear intention. He stated it openly in interviews, including when he spoke on The Breakfast Club.
Get out of that.
You mentioned Black Love earlier. I know Claressa's here as well, but I wanted to go back to that time period. I wanted to go back to that time period because I feel like for the longest time prior to your relationship, now you and Remy were like the emblem of like black love, positivity, and then everything just switched publicly. And I know you talk about even in hip hop, like, you know, how things are thrown on hip hop and thrown on us negatively. When that moment was happening publicly with you and Remy, what was Papoose feeling? Because it was so positive for so long and it kind of just changed everything. What were you feeling as everything started to, you know, happen online?
It was corny. It was corny. It's always corny to do social media shit. You know what I'm saying? Who wants that? Who wants to be a part of the circus? So I just felt like it was corny.
You got attacked for black love early on.
Wow, somebody said it.
No, you did.
Yeah.
No, we used to have conversations about what love and why we show
Somebody
love.
said
And we
it.
had, behind the scenes conversations. But
Very
you got attacked
interesting.
for it. When you got attacked for it, why did you think you got attacked for showing and expressing love to the individual you were with? Like, why do you think that happened and why you keep going?
It's a couple different things. So initially, when she became incarcerated, they was killing me.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, yo, you holding her down? Nah, he's an idiot. He's dumb. All this bullshit, right? I didn't care though, because that was my real life at the time.
Mhm.
And then as it progressed, one time Double XL had reached out to me and they was like, yo, we want to follow you one day and document your journey, like what's going on with you. And they followed me to the supermarket. I went and got groceries for her, you know what I'm saying? Then I went on the visit, brought the groceries. They sat on the visit with me and they put out that article. When they put out that article, it kind of changed. The outlook kind of changed for a hot second. Everybody was like, wow, they couldn't believe it. And it was cool. I kept going. But what you kind of talk about is when we did Love and Hip Hop.
That's when you think the change happened?
Yeah. Well, you had mixed. It was mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like the women were embracing it, but I go to the toll booth and I go get to do my money because they didn't have the
Easy pass back.
right. And he'd be like, "Oh man, you fucking in my houshole, man." My woman told me,
By being a good man?
"Yeah." My woman told me I need to be more like you. Like, here's your change. You know what I'm saying? So the dudes was always hating, but the women, older women, all different age groups, they always embraced it.
And then you did your own spinoff, the Black Love spinoff, which you guys had more creative control over at the time, right?
Yeah.
Why? So if you felt like kind of the tide was changing when you guys got on reality TV, why was it important for you to do that like second installment?
Because you know, the opportunity was there to show more of us. You know, when you're on Love and Hip Hop, you just got like a segment. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that, and people wanted to see more of us at that time. So we was like, all right, cool, let's do it. I think we did the holiday special first, and then it went from there. But going back to what you were saying earlier, like when I first shot it, I was like, oh, they about to kill me, man. When this shit come out, because people never saw that side of me. You know what I'm saying? But it was surprisingly, people embraced it. I think the world was tired of seeing our culture getting put down, drinks getting thrown on each other, and just the bad stigma on our relationships. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you ever regret it at all, putting that much of your life on camera?
I don't regret it at all because it was real. It wasn't like nothing was rehearsed, nothing was scripted. People just saw what was going on.
So we're like, all right, cool, let's do it. I think we started with the holiday special, and then it just took off from there. But going back to what you said earlier, when I first filmed it, I was thinking, oh man, they're gonna roast me when this drops, because nobody's seen this side of me before. But surprisingly, people really embraced it. I think the world was just tired of seeing our culture getting dragged through the mud, drinks thrown on each other, and all the negative stereotypes about our relationships. You ever regret putting that much of your life on camera? Nah, not at all. It was real. Nothing was rehearsed or scripted. People just got to see what was actually happening at that time. And what you don't see anywhere is anyone running around pushing some cheesy, rebranded version of love to overwrite what's already there. There's no gold love tour, no identity rewrite campaign, no pretending history didn't happen. Because even if someone tried that game, they'd still run headfirst into the real black love it took to build the golden child. For those who don't know, the golden child is what Papoose and Remy Ma lovingly call their daughter. It's not just a name, it's a symbol, a legacy they're proud of. They literally put it into their music. So no matter how hard anyone tries to remix the story, you can't rebrand over a foundation that's already cemented.
Running around calling this baby the golden child. Like, what are they, bronze?
Now we
Silver,
saw in the
aluminum foil?
preview, they was like upset at you for saying
They
that.
real mad.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's that they had their moment when they was kids. We loved them. We gave them everything they ever wanted. Now they have to be willing to share that with the golden
You
child.
know,
Well, when you coming from the streets of Brooklyn, you know, and you grew up in poverty, you come from nothing. One of your main important goals is to make sure your kids don't struggle like you do. So
And they're not struggling.
I was in them streets at first, you know what I mean, before I got to this music, I had to make sure that they was well off, you know what I mean, and they had everything that they needed. But to answer your question, yes, because with the golden child, I'm not missing 1 second.
I'ma
She
just
has
let
a
her stay
beautiful
small.
baby bump. I get to see it every night, y'all. She ain't like letting y'all see it yet, but it's there though.
now you didn't want to know the sex of the child.
No.
But Pap, you wanted to know.
Yeah, she tried to tell me I don't have the right to know, so I had to fight.
No, this thing's called HIPAA
I had
laws.
to go to war with her. to
It's
find
called
out.
what?
HIPAA laws.
So again, this whole gold love stuff, it's getting super corny. But even if we say Papoose really embraced this golden love idea, let's just pause and think about it for a second. You really think he wouldn't constantly be reminded of the black love it took to create that golden child? Like, what are we even doing here? All right, let me segue for a minute. Lately, Claressa's been saying she's being bullied by 50 Cent. Yeah, bullied by 50 Cent. And now it's suddenly anti-Lack because he posts her pictures and throws shade. Let's be real for a second. 50 Cent doesn't have a type when it comes to bullying. We've seen him go after men, women, even his own son. So for Claressa to be going back and forth with him, and then when he gets the best of her, suddenly it's because people are anti-Lack or some other excuse, that's straight up cap. She just couldn't take the heat, got embarrassed, and he's even posting videos showing her trying to back up her clapbacks, and he just curves her real quick. Sis, you're corny. Go sit down somewhere. And while we're talking about anti-Lackness, can we also consider maybe replacing black love with gold love as an anti-Lack move? Also, real talk, can someone please explain, is it anti-Lack to date a black woman's husband? Is it anti-Lack to threaten to fight the black woman whose husband you're with? Is it anti-Lack to kick black kids out of charity events? Is it anti-Lack to encourage your sister to fight other black people? Was it anti-Lack to throw shade at Angel Reese when she got awarded? Is all this anti-Lack, or is it only anti-Lack when something happens to Claressa Shields? Anyway, I want to hear what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you like my commentary, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't like it, well, you can still comment and subscribe because you're bound to come back for something that entertains you or gives you some food for thought.